When we think about leadership and we think about people like Jeff and Michele, they model their values by what they give their time to. And we see them giving their time to helping others in our community, to helping us learn, to moving us forward. And that speaks to the kind of people they are. And they inspire other people to want to get involved.
They've always taught me to do the right thing, that even when no one's watching, like always just do the right thing. And I think that's really important in my life because I think they've just made me a good person.
My mom chose for her 50th birthday weekend rather than spend it at home to go visit my sister for her parents' weekend. My dad, who would have countless hours of work every day, but there are times that I would need help with, whether that be schoolwork or applications for colleges or jobs or even just to talk. He was always making sure to fit in the time.
They really are so kind, and they have raised just beautiful girls inside and out, and beautiful young women. I think that says so much about Michele and Jeff and their values.
So I remember when I first came here in 2007, Jeff and Michele were sending their kids to our ECEC, and Michele was a frequent attendee at my Jewish parenting classes. We started off talking about Jewish parenting, the spirituality of Jewish parenting, staying one Jewish step of the holidays, and it evolved over the years to classes called Real Housewives of the Bible and Real Housewives of the Talmud. We had a wonderful group of women who learned about once a month, and we came together and spent time together there, and she was part of that group.
I had the privilege of working very closely with Michele for several years when she was the social action chair, and to see her commitment to social action, to chesed, to helping both within the TBS community but also in the beyond, in the larger South Jersey Jewish community, and even beyond that, was really inspiring to see how she led the committee and came up with new project ideas and continued projects that the committee was already working on.
I went with my mom to a social action meeting one time, and it was, I think, one of her first meetings as the committee lead, but it was really cool to see all of the people that showed up for my mom to be able to lead this community in a way that's so impactful and to be helping others at the end of the day.
We were talking about the JFCS gift wish list program. So that is the program where they identify gifts that they'll need for the holidays. And then we help coordinate as a community to get gifts that we can then donate to those in need. And she had put so much work into this. She had an organized board. She had everything ready of the ways that she had done it, because it had been clear that this is something she had been doing for a long time and something she was passionate about.
My mom is a very selfless person, like in anything with our family, friends. And I think that her being a social action chair has very much brought that side out of her. She's always putting others before herself. And I think that's why she does what she does at TBS, because she loves helping others.
Jeff, of course, became involved as our budget chair and as our treasurer and brought so much wisdom and insight to our numbers. It's really hard to articulate what an incredible impact he had. You know, there's sometimes a saying that don't tell me your values, but show me your budget, because it's our budgets that actually play out our values. They allow us to have the resources that we need to accomplish our mission.
When Jeff was treasurer, he applied a tremendous degree of rigor to our budgeting process, our financial planning process. One of his strengths is explaining complex financial issues to people who are not finance professionals like me.
Jeff is able to present financials to the board as well as anybody I have seen. He has made me better at my job, and I owe him a debt of gratitude for his time and effort during his role as treasurer and budget chair here at TBS.
We had a very generous congregant a number of years ago that made a meaningful contribution to help pay down the mortgage. Jeff had the foresight to help us re-amortize our mortgage and put the money we saved with that in a savings account that has grown over the past 5 or 6 years, and today is really positioned us well, especially going into the uncertain times of COVID, and now is even providing relief in the last few months of our mortgage.
He and I would have many conversations about the schools and giving the voice behind the numbers. And that was really important to Jeff. It's not just about, dollars and cents. It's about what we're doing in our mission and how our budget really speaks to the values of Temple Beth Sholom. And he helped keep us focused on that.
TBS is in very good financial shape, which a lot of other Jewish organizations like us aren't able to say, and Jeff has played a big part in ensuring that.
He's not in the top 1% of CVS coupon savers for nothing. He's taught me a lot about money management. Within 48 hours of receiving a full-time job, he sent me a very detailed budget of how I can allocate all of my finances for the next year. He's very creative with his little holes and pockets of where he can find extra cash.
The best life lessons I've probably learned are to be kind to others, because kindness will take you very far in life. It costs $0 to be kind, so that's always the best way to live.
When I think of Michele and Jeff, I really think of their deep sense of chesed, their deep sense of kindness, and it's more than kindness, it's really a loving kindness that they have instilled in their children and that they've shared with this community for so many years and certainly have shared with me. One of my favorite lines of the book of Psalms is Olam Chesed Yibaneh, that we will and we must build this world through chesed, through loving kindness. And I think in a world which oftentimes feels all too bereft of chesed and kindness, it's thanks to people like Michele and Jeff who are those shining lights for us, reminding us to always turn to kindness, because that's the way that we must build this world moving forward.